We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Trex. I'm loving. I actually have a chair. I'm sitting next to Roy Wooley, famous from Face Off and many other horror movies. Sir, it's great to talk to you, sir. You came to Florence Comic Con last year and had this. I really wish I had time. You had this makeup session of teaching people how to do the makeup work. Can you talk a little bit about how that class was?
Yeah, we had a lot of fun at Florence last year. Normally, whenever I do a lot of conventions, we do like workshops and panels and things like that. And so, yeah, I like taking and showing people how things are actually done. You know, on Face Off, you get little glimpses, you know, of the process. But you know, whenever you have an hour to do nothing but just talk to people, you can show them a lot more.
Yeah. I actually, one of my best friends, his father is actually the Groot that's walking around, and they are the kings of Halloween. I mean, he broke down Tonka toys and created a Bumblebee suit from it. So, this is actually really, I love seeing this type of stuff because I go to his house and he has masks and masks all around the house, and there's a bunch of Chucky dolls that made sleepovers really awkward. So, talk a little bit about the process. Like, how long does an actual makeup session with just one of these masks? How long does it take for the actor?
Really, it just sort of depends upon what it is. You know, if you need like a prosthetic, you know, that has to move with the actor's face and something that's custom, it takes, you know, in Hollywood terms, it can take 6 months sometimes. just because there's like so many people that have to have their say.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody has to go like oh no, I don't like this, I don't like this. But in reality, I mean, like on Face Off, we have roughly 22 hours to go from concept to being presented to the judges. That's over like a 3-day period, but you're looking at 21 hours.
Wow.
So, but now a lot of the stuff on the show though isn't ready to go on to go in the films.
Yeah.
So it's not like screen ready, because our stuff just has to last for that one day for that episode. So we don't put all that all the bells and whistles that we would like to, that we should have. It was like a big process. Yeah, really, it just depends. It can take anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of months, depending upon the complexity of the character.
Now, Face Off is definitely one of sci-fi's greatest TV shows right now. It's I'm not really much into reality TV, but at least for the competition's sake, it's really fun to watch, especially how you guys just create these creatures. And it's if you really want to get into props, this is actually where Face Off is where you want to watch. I really have a fun watching it. So, out of the movies that you've done, which has actually been your favorite that you've worked on?
Oh goodness!
Tough question.
It really is, because I've enjoyed all the movies that I've worked on. But last year, I worked on Mockingjay, and also worked on Constantine, the TV show. And so I had a lot of fun working on Constantine. That was just a blast, because it was like and every single week it was something different, and it was always something just insane.
Okay, so what did you actually work on with Constantine? Because I'm trying to remember in the back of my mind much. So what I'm looking at the creations here. I'm not really sure.
I actually describe as far as this is the TV show.
Yeah.
Okay, but there was a lot of scenes where there was like a lot of makeups in there. I mean, especially toward the end of the season. Because we had like there's like a lot of demon stuff. Now a lot of stuff was done in Hollywood, and then sent out. People did the applications, but we did a lot of the effects there in-house.
Yeah, with me, because of the background of the stuff that I grew up with, my friends, I really enjoy just knowing that an actor sat down for 8 hours putting makeup on, walking around with the Capricious Black Lagoon that's a full suit and not CGI. Do you feel that CGI is kind of taken away the concept of just actual material on a person's costume?
Yes and no. I think that there's a good way. I like whenever CGI complements the makeup, or does things that makeup can't do. But if it can be done practical, I would rather see it done practical. I mean, anything from like blood sprays to there's just something about it being really there.
Yeah.
And it also helps the actor too. I mean, an actor can act against somebody in a suit better than they can some tennis ball. You know, so if somebody's going like then you can be scared, and that's like, ooh, the tennis ball is scary. That's
it's like, who drew the face on the tennis ball? That's not scary enough. So are there any other projects that you're working on? Are you getting ready for the next face-off? Or?
Oh no. No more face-off. 2 seasons was more than enough. Actually, I've got a couple of independent things that I'm working on at the moment, and got some other stuff that's in the works. So that's the bad thing about doing film is that most of the time you have non-disclosure agreements that you can't say anything.
Yep.
So it could be 2 years before I can even talk about it, which is the hard part that sucks because a lot of it is really cool stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like it's hard to keep it in because I'm like, ooh, I want to show you this. Let me show you this.
Oh my God, you guys can't see this. Well, definitely. I'm under NDA right now with a video game company, so I'm definitely there for you.
You understand, right?
So now the final question I have: when you look at the costumes that these amazing people have created, are there any of them that are they just like destroyed at the end of it, or repurposed, or do they actually have a life of their own after Face Off?
On Face Off, everything ends up in the trash. They destroy everything. Because it is all owned by NBC Universal. Now, sometimes a prop will get, somebody will take it and stick it in their office. But no, I mean the molds and all are destroyed, and everything. It's just for that one-time use.
It kind of hurts me a little bit.
How do you think I feel? It's like there's some really cool stuff that's made on the show. Just know that it all goes.
And you would think with NBC having like the rights to the monster universe, like Frankenstein and Dracula, they would kind of use these kind of concepts to kind of make something from it.
Well, they are. They're making Face Off.
Well, Roy, thank you so much for sitting down and talking with me. Thank you for allowing me to sit down. This is great.
Well, thank you very much.
So this is Trex from the Toy and Comic Show with Roy Wooley. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys next time.